Today, caught up with Juju in his neighborhood, Bantima.
Yeah, the whole Kumasi is my neighborhood, so we just had to start from Bantima. But yeah, I'll just be taking you around.
Alright, so how was it like growing up in Bantima? Kumasi in general.
Charlie, it was a vibe. I intentionally started from here because phase 1, I should say. Phase 1 is one of the most important factors in my makeup as an artist. Because when I was a kid, maybe like 9, 11, they used to organize these rap competitions, and my elder brothers and stuff had a rap group who always came to perform. So it was over there, phase 1. This side is North Sintreso. Yeah, my family house is right on the other road.
What's that one thing that makes you always want to be back in Kumasi?
It's the calm. Like, Kumasi is calm for me. It's not as it doesn't feel as tensed as Accra. Accra is like there's something in the air that's putting a lot of tension on your shoulders. Also, I can relate to the people here better. I grew up on food here, so definitely. I know that the best has to come from here.
Talking about movie cinemas. So what's your take? Because right now we don't have movie cinemas. We have people pirating movies and all that.
Yeah, I mean, with the advent of streaming and stuff, bringing it back will be a little hard. This is Rivoli, by the way. They've turned it into a church now. Yeah, but it's pretty big. Yeah. Bringing back, what do they call it? Bringing back cinemas on that scale might be very hard, especially with streaming and stuff. And then with COVID changing the way we seem to do business and live in general. But I feel like that's an experience that a lot of the new people who are being born, if they never get to know, it will be really sad. Because, Charlie, sometimes just the vibe of the cinema alone, they feel elevates the movie 10 times. Yeah, I watch some movie for cinema where they be way me, I watch for house. It's are you sure this is the same movie? Yeah.
So how did you feel when VGMA Snub your My Brother's album in the last edition?
I didn't feel anything. Honestly, I expected it.
Didn't you expect VGMA to snub the album?
Yeah, I expected it because by their criteria, you have to have at least 2 hit songs, and by their definition of a hit song, I definitely didn't have 2 hit songs, so I expected it.
Do you believe Juju plays a role in the success of rappers in Ghana?
What?
Do you believe Juju plays a role in the success?
Juju?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've never done it before, so I wouldn't know. And at the end of the day, if you believe that prayer works, I don't see how you can believe that Juju doesn't work, because there are different sides of the same coin. You understand? Depending on where you stand, one of them might be good to you and the other might not be so good. I mean, Juju is just African traditional religion anyway, so it's not like it's been demonized by certain Western religions, but it's not like it's any Indian. Yeah. So if you believe that prayer works, I think then someone can also believe that Juju works. But I am super sure that if both of them work, they probably work in a similar way. You understand? Because you can pray all the prayers in the world, but you have to do the work. If you don't do the work yourself, the prayer alone won't get things done. So I'm sure Juju is something like that. So whether or not they are using Juju to protect themselves or whatever it is they are using the Juju to do, their hard work accounts at least for 50% of it, and most likely even more. Yeah.
How is it working with Ghanaian artists in general?
Charlie, if the vibe is there, it's a very fun experience. You understand? If it's 2 people who want to work with each other, it is a very, very fun experience. But if it's, if the vibe is not there, chasing people for features can be a hassle, or people sending you songs that you don't really want to do, and then you have to do it for them because of relationships. it can be a hassle. Sometimes people do it to me, sometimes I do it to people, you know. But me knowing how it feels, I understand. You understand? Yeah, so I don't really like stress too much about it.
Exclusively, any major projects in 2021?
Yeah. The album is definitely dropping this year. So people need to watch out for that. Like the second album.
Album title?
I don't have a title yet. I have a bunch of titles on the plate. We haven't settled on one yet. So I can't share. But if I had it, I definitely would tell you.
Is beef necessary in the music industry?
Competition is necessary, so beef is necessary. As long as it's not personal and it's not like violent. You understand? If it's just like trying to prove who's best or who's better, that's cool. Plus the fans seem to enjoy it, so you understand. Especially in rap. Rap is like a competitive sport, so it's going to happen once or twice. Yeah. Okay. So this is fantastic. This side is actually functioning, but if you've heard my music and I talked about Azole, this is his neighborhood. RIP Azole. I went to Owas Basic, and that's where I knew him from because he was my classmate. But he was one of the like coolest people at the time. And Charlie, we used to just roll around this neighborhood, you know. Just up to no good, mischief. So yeah, just up to no good, Charlie. But it was fun times.
A non-American, what is Akata?
It's just like hip hop and the lifestyle that comes with hip hop. You understand? Just the lifestyle that comes with hip hop. Over here, we call that Akata. So anybody who is like super into hip hop and super into the lifestyle that comes with it, whether the way they speak, the music, the way they dress, you just call yourself Akata.
Which African rapper would you want to work with?
African rapper? Sure. At the moment, I don't have like any person that is like a must work with on my wish list. Most of the time for me, it's not the people that determine the feature, it is the song. So if I find a song and I feel like some Nigerian rapper from back when I was a kid will sound amazing on it, even if nobody even cares about him anymore, I'll try to get that done. If I find a song and I think, oh, there's somebody in Kenya or whatever. Yeah, so I don't like dream rap features especially. I don't have like dream rap features. But depending on the song and also just the vibe of the person, I'm willing to work with anybody.
Would you switch to Afrobeat so you could be heard more?
I do the music that comes to me. So sometimes it comes as Afrobeats, you know. So that one there, if I wake up in 1 year and all the music that's coming to me is just Afrobeats, you're definitely getting an Afrobeat album. I mean, what is it? It's just the music, it's just the melody around it anyway. The person that's going to be doing the Afrobeat is not me, it is the producer. Yeah, I'm just going to be on top, like giving you lyrical content. And my content will always be like top notch.
Considering you growing up in Kumasi and going to school in Accra, do you think Kumasi is developing very fast?
Kumasi was always developed to me. I don't know what exactly is elsewhere that is not here. You understand? Like, even with the airports, we always had an airport, it just wasn't international. And I think now they are doing like an international. You understand? You have to understand that to a Kumasi person, especially a Kumasi person who has never been outside Kumasi, Kumasi a guy seeing BBI we are saying. What you are saying? And that's not saying now you can say, oh, maybe some place is more developed or anything. Like, nah. And then when you go to those places too, especially in Ghana, it doesn't feel that much different. you just get homesick. You want to come back here. You understand? Yeah. Maybe when I've been outside Ghana, have I not wanted to come back to Kumasi? But inside Ghana, I haven't been to any place that makes me not want to come back to Kumasi.
So Sakura has been reigning over a decade now as a rapper. Do you see yourself dethroning him, even though he has called you King Kojoku?
What does that mean? Do I see myself building a fan base that's as strong as his fan base, having a strong show that I do every year, having hit songs, getting multiple streams? If that is what you're asking, then definitely yes, I see myself having that. And I can have that and he can still have that. And there won't be any dethroning matter, because like I'm saying, when it comes to rap, everybody is a king. Everybody is the best. So if by dethroning him, or at least trying to get to that level, you mean in terms of measurable statistics, like number of hit songs, like number of streams, like number of fans, like number of followers, then definitely, like, he's the benchmark. Everybody's trying to get to that. And just because I get to that doesn't mean that his own will totally one day disappear. He won't wake up and then all his streams have become one. You understand? Yeah.
People think you and Little Shaker caused EL leaving BBNZ. What's the real story?
Caused EL leaving BBNZ.
Yeah.
How do you call someone to leave a label that he was around before you? A label that he was the biggest artist even when you were around. How do you cause a person like that to leave? So that's my answer. Like, that's like you telling me that what do they call it? You telling me that the chief of Perodia village went to Menchia, and because of that, Otunfo says he's not going to be at Menchia and be Otunfo anymore. Doesn't make any sense.
What's your relationship with EL?
We are not fighting. We are not. We used to be super tight. I think I was closer to L than Shika even in the beginning. Yeah, we are not as close anymore, but we are not fighting. Like, we don't hang out, but if we meet each other, it's all love and then challenge.
How do you relate to the old friends who call you Junior? And how often do you hang out with them?
Oh, Charlie, I don't really hang out with a lot of people from the past. I have grown into a person that's not super sociable because my work involves a lot of, like, you know, when you do music and definitely you are some sort of public figure, you are expected to smile at everybody, and you understand. So when I have time to myself, I prefer to just be alone or with like a very small group. So honestly, I don't link up with a lot of people, and it's my fault. It's not their fault. It's always all love with most of them, but it be me. I know they link up. You understand? Yeah.
So you're not linking up with them. Do you see the accusation that you addressed on Bantima Blues 1 and 2 as what it is now?
I'm sure now most of them are over any feelings of that sort. I mean, Charlie, there are people you grew up with, there are people who knew you before anything. So even if they feel away, once you see them and then you guys speak, all of that will go out of the window. You understand? Because the love is greater than any feelings of like neglect or betrayal that they can feel. So once you link up with them and you let them know, and at the end of the day, my thing too is communication is a two-way street. You understand? I can call you, but you can also call me. So if your complaint is that I don't call you, do you call me and I don't pick up? That's another conversation altogether. So that one day, I assume that they are doing well in their space and I am also doing well. If they need me, they'll probably reach out. If I need them to, I'm sure I'll most likely reach out. And that's just how I deal with it in my head.
Is Ghana music making the desired impact outside? What do you do different?
What is the desired impact? Because everybody will probably have a different desire. You know, somebody somebody wants to be known in Gabon, somebody wants to be known in America. So if I'm talking about if my music is having a desired impact abroad, I would say no, not yet. If Ghana music is having the impact I desire for it to have abroad, I will also say no, not yet. But I can't generalize because I can't speak for everybody. Yeah.
So what in this case, what will you do differently?
Charlie, it's marketing. A lot of the problems that I have and that most of my peers that I have seen who have the same vision as me have in the industry are centered around financing and education, like having management teams that are really understand the business. You understand? And but finance is always first. Once you don't have the money, music is one of the most expensive businesses around, and then the profit is also very long term. So you might be in the music game for 3 years, you have big songs, and as a business you may still not be making a profit, but everybody will see you that, oh, you get big songs, you do this, you do that. Somebody too might be in the same music game and not have those big songs and be making profits. You understand? So the major thing for us is money, is finding investors and stuff. So if I had one wish, it will be investors. If I had 2 wishes, to be investors and music business education.
Talking about music business education.
Yep.
Would you suggest the Ministry of Creative Arts invest into that field so that each musician will be able to know and understand the music part of the business part of their music?
The education, yeah. If musicians want to be educated, there are so many resources and ways for them to educate themselves. I'd suggest educating music managers even more than musicians if I had like the choice. But if there was only one thing they could do, I'd much rather they were setting up funds for people to come and like bring business plans and borrow and use it to run their careers, even more than the education. Because education, there still isn't really much we can do. You understand? And practicals will teach you way more than any sort of school or whatever thing will. So I'm taking you to my mom's family house now, where she still lives, by the way. So you guys will get to meet my mom too, if she wants to be on camera. Yeah, so this is actually the house I was born in. Yeah, we're going to my mom's place. But this is the room. This is the room I was born in, actually, but now it has become like a store, sort of. Yeah. So my mom lives upstairs now. So let's just go.
What's your take on LGBT?
Everybody deserves love and everybody deserves a chance to live life, as long as their existence is not threatening your existence. You understand? It's like Ghana is the land of freedom and justice. If you say the national anthem, it says what? Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty and help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and might forevermore. So the people themselves that fought for the country had an idea that this will be a place where people will be free and people will get justice, no matter what sexual orientation or race or type of person that they are, apart from if they were actively a danger to everybody else. You understand? So, Charlie, let people live and let people love, man.
You've been at your pet home. Who's Rebel?
Rebel is actually my cousin Bantima. He's not in Ghana anymore. He's in the UK now. But he's like, I should say, he is my first role model that's my first role model ever. I don't think he even knows that. You understand? But when you're growing up, you always look up to your older brothers. And I didn't have an older brother like direct, so he was like the closest to an older brother. Yeah. And he loved music. He made sure that I was sort of listening to hip life mostly and educating me on music. And he was the first person that he was a raga dancehall artist at the time. This was in the 90s. So that's where a lot of when we passed by phase 2 and phase 1, and I was talking about they used to do those rap competitions over there. Yeah.
As a football fan, what's your take on betting?
Charlie, everything when it is done in moderation can be good. You understand? Definitely it's entertaining for people, plus it also puts money in certain people's pockets. I know people, even Kweku Flake will tell you his first song he recorded with bet money, and look at what that has done for him. So just too much of everything is bad. You understand? So I don't see a problem with it as long as it is regulated and people don't do it too much. Yeah.
You used to be a game boy. Tell us about that part of your life.
Charlie, number one, I don't think I was very, very good at it. Yeah. I think the problem with me is I was too smart. And you see, sometimes when you're too smart, you tend to overthink things for the people on the receiving end. You understand? Like if you're smart and you're trying to scam somebody and you don't understand, you're trying to scam somebody and you don't understand that not everybody is as smart as you might try to give the same type of respect to the person on the other end. So what I remember most was that I made money, but most of the time it took a long time, because whereas the other boys then get them, they just go come. Like I used to chat for this boy, right? So he would just the very first day you get a pal on Skype, no, he will tell you the very first day, no, like, could you faboniso, catch and so PC. I'm like, we are sharing there now and that's a smart me talking, because I know that if somebody did that to me, like, don't worry about it. Faboniso, you're working behind now in the picture now, dear mommy. I don't know what he did with the picture, but it's like I didn't have that type of energy. You understand? And also, that's when music was getting super serious for me. I even went to the cafe because of music. I went there because I wanted to promote my music on Facebook. And then every time I'll go there, I'll see that the boys are doing what they're doing. And it became like a community because it's always the same people in there. Sometimes we even stay the whole night. So due to that, I sort of got involved. Did it for maybe a year or two. And then just gave it up for music. Yeah.
You spoke about your grandma in your My Life song.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect a Grammy team project?
She's sort of a major team in my next project. Yeah, she's a major team in my next project. So the thing with my next project is I'm trying to let's leave it there. She's a major team in my next project. So
we will see. You are trying to.
Yeah, let's leave it there.
Yeah,
let's leave it there. It will come. That's our boss, the one was. Yeah, too much information. Now, some information will be accessible. Information will be accessible. This place is an homage post office. So when I talk about airmail interview, yes, airmail. This is where I sent the most airmails in my life. This particular post office. Charlie, we were. I think that is almost the beginning of Game Boy lifestyle. And back then I was pen pal. You write and invite another people, and then tell them some story, and they'll send you books. And pencils and all kinds of things. Yeah, Juju, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. I was in Burma at the time, and I was in school revival, but we would walk from revival all the way here to come and post meals. And up ahead is Pentecost. This is my first self-chosen church that I came to. And I started coming to Pentecost because of the first girl I ever fell in love with. I've spoken about her in music before, Letitia. Yeah, so I used to just come to the church so that I would see her. This place is very like nostalgic for me because of that reason. Because that's it's a fall in love for the first time is a big deal. Because imagine as a kid, all you're interested in is toys and bicycles and all kinds of stuff. And then you just wake up one day and you're experiencing this feeling. It's wonderful, but you don't know what it is. And you are afraid to also discuss it with like older people because they will tell you that you are not supposed to be feeling that you are a kid. So you keep it to yourself and you go through the motions by yourself and you learn it by yourself. And so I think that's why that whole area holds a lot of nostalgia for me. Plus that is also where we were living when my grandma died. So every time I pass through this area, it's a mixture of like sadness and joy. If I had the choice to live forever in any era of my life, I would choose that era. I would definitely choose that era. Yeah.
Have you ever had a diplomatic call?
Oh, plenty.
Which is the one that always comes back?
That always comes back.
Yeah.
Charlie, I move on. So all of them are still here, but it's not like it's heavy in my mind or I dwell on it or anything. You understand? But all of them are still here.
What's your relationship with the lady on Lusa?
On Lusa?
Yeah.
I think maybe sometime last year we spoke, and that was like maybe after almost 5 years of no communication at all. We just spoke. She hit me up. I don't even know where she got my number from, and it was like super cordial. So I don't know if these people are home. I used to spend a lot of time in this house too, because the kids that live there were my friends.
Same lady on Lusa, the same lady you addressed on Aden.
No.
Let's talk about the lady on Aden.
Okay, so the lady on Aden, her name is Mabana, and the whole thing started in Bantuma. It started in this guy's room. It started in this guy's room and ended in this guy's room. So he has more of the story than I do. Me there, I have very home and kakra. Yeah. So she's in South Africa now. I think maybe the last time we spoke was probably last year too. But me and her, we are like a lot more cordial than like me and the loser lady.
So, as a family man, how is marriage like?
It's cool. It's not different from any life. I don't know. I think people always ask this question as if when you get married, automatically like some rules get rewritten or something, but nothing changes. Like it's still the same.
How do you handle clingy fans?
Clingy how? Because
Fans
Charlie.
waiting up on you, fans who don't even know you are married and all that. Because clearly that part of you is off the public domain.
Charlie, I'm nice to everyone, but obviously you learn how to always maintain some sort of space. You understand? Because the idea is for them to always understand that Kojo Q and whoever you are in real life are two separate people, even if they share experiences. You understand? But Kojo Q is an artist. He exists in his art. Beyond that, the other person is a human and he has his whole life, and the way he deals with friendships and stuff is totally different from, you understand? So I think it's always like keeping it in your head also, like being aware of who you are and not getting your wires like crisscrossed. It helps.
Do you have a kid?
No, I don't have a kid.
So solar music isn't a type of song, but I've got you signed on BBNC.
Mhm.
Does it put pressure on you to do stuff that aren't in your lane?
Oh, I think I answered something like this already. Like it's how the music comes to me. So if it comes and it's like it comes and it's nice, you understand. Like Cola music came to me as a freestyle, and I was playing around with it. We were supposed to shoot a different video, and we couldn't get the logistics together to get it done. And I sort of played the freestyle because I thought it wasn't anything serious. I played it for my video director, and he was like, ah. So he even took me to the studio to go record it. And then we went to record it, and then straight up, what do they call it? Went to shoot it. And the video didn't even come out, just the audio did wonders. So media is just how it comes to me.
Due to the pandemic and everything, how are you surviving as a musician? Do you do something different apart from music?
Everybody probably does something different. Even Jay-Z does a lot of things outside of music. So everybody does something different. But music is my main thing. And even though show money is a big part of it, there's also different ways to make money out of your music. There's streaming, there's merch. You understand? So if you know, there's even endorsement deals which are usually bigger than even show money, or even influencer marketing deals and stuff. So if you know how to use your influence and you know how to, reach out to your fans to support you, there's so many ways you can make money. Last year mostly it was streams and merch for me. This year we are hoping that COVID will go so that other avenues also open up. But then it can still be streams and merch if it doesn't even go away. And maybe an endorsement or two, hopefully.
People are comparing your project to Pamuka
Mhm.
and I can't say Pamuka.
Mhm.
What's your take?
I think, well, those are two like highly lauded projects by critics. So just being put in that category is like a big deal. You understand? It's a blessing. So like I'm happy to hear it. Especially anybody who knows me knows how instrumental Pamuka is in me becoming an artist. So to get my music compared to Pamuka is like, it's a big thing for me. It's a heavy thing for me. So I'm happy to hear it.
How did you feel when Kiara killed you on Day Form and Papi on Payday?
When Kiara killed me on We Day Form, Kiara on We Day Form, I think that's debatable. That's highly debatable.
And Papi on Payday?
Yeah, Papi there, but it wasn't a big deal. You see, me, those things are not big deals for me. I think of it as the song as a whole. Is it enjoyable? Yeah. Plus, also, Papi was out for revenge because I had already, like, by popular, what do they call it, voting, I had already killed him on the first feature that we did together, which was his song. So he was really out for revenge. Like,
do you intend to have a joint project with Kiara?
With Kiara?
Yeah.
Okay, so with K, we've discussed it more than once. We've even tried recording. It's just that time and like the universe just hasn't put it together in a way in which it's supposed to come. But definitely, if there's one person on this planet that I would love to do a joint album with, it's definitely K. It's definitely K because that's an artist that I admire so much, and I think our chemistry is on another level. We both see things in a very similar way with slight differences. So that will actually also make for an interesting project. Yeah.
If you had a power, which Ghanaian rapper would you want him or her back into the mainstream?
Back into the mainstream. Obviously K. Yeah, obviously, because even just off of the fact that some of the songs that he recorded that nobody will get to hear, and I have most of these songs on like my hard drive. I wish the world would get to hear it. He probably made an album far superior in my mind for my brothers, but he just didn't put it together in the way that he needed to and market it. And he's probably made 2 albums like that he never put out. So that's definitely one person I would love to hear, and I would love for the world to hear him in the way that I hear him. Yeah.
On your Reminisce song,
Mhm.
you spoke about not making VGMA and audition performing too. How was the first feeling performing at the? How was your feeling performing at the VJ for the first time?
I haven't performed at the event itself. I've performed at the launch. It was alright. I'm sure maybe performing at the event will feel way better. Don't know if we should double back. But we are almost at the end of the road as far as D line. Naturally, when I lived there, I didn't really go in terms of where I played and the people that I messed with. I didn't really go past this junction.
Next week on In The Neighbourhood on GH Gossip, we have the twins from Takade, Dope Nation.
Oh, we always fighting.
We always fighting. The
alleged, yeah. Remove the alleged. We they fight every day.
We are fighting every day. We are fighting ourselves. So.